Did you know that you can take easy, familiar songs like Twinkle Little Star to learn and develop your skills as a beginner, as an intermediate, and as an advanced violinist? So in this video lesson, we're going to explore how to use simple tunes at any level or any stage of the way. As a beginner, it's great to learn tunes that you're already familiar with. That's because you already have the song in your head. You can hear it in your head. You have a strong mental model of it. So when you're doing the difficult work of figuring it out and how to play the instrument, you kind of got a bit of a head start, because if you play it wrong, you know that it's wrong. But if it's an unfamiliar melody, you don't even know if you're doing it wrong or right. Does that make sense? So if I know Twinkle Little Star, I know that I'm close and that now I can focus on my technique. I don't have to be uncertain if I have the melody right. I know whether it's right or wrong. So now I can put my full attention on all the various technical aspects, like going from string to string. Helps to sing as well. Twinkle, twinkle. You can only sing it if you know it in your head. And if you just even know the melody, you can also do syllables. Say you don't know the lyrics. La, 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 la. So, great idea for beginners for learning to figure out tunes. And some good beginner, easy, familiar songs would be Twinkle Little Star, Mary Had a Little Lamb, Oh Susanna, Joy to the World. Some teachers kind of look down on these songs, or some students look down on them, but they're actually extremely helpful, is the message of this lesson. And that you can even find beauty in them if you do more challenging things with them. Okay, so let's say you're a more intermediate player, you've already played a bunch of music, you're learning new things that are harder. A great way to use these beginner songs is as a warm-up. So let's say you're sitting down to play, just play an easy song just to get in the groove, just to feel like a musician. I learned that from one of my students. She sits down, her name is Fiona. Every time she practices, she plays some easy songs and she says, "This makes me feel like a violinist." And so you can do that too. Just to get going, you can do it with scale, warm up with scales as well, and then move on to the more challenging things. Finally, these easy beginner songs can be used by more advanced players to learn more advanced stuff. You already know the song totally well by the time you've been playing a year or two or whatever. And so now when you learn something that's difficult and challenging, practice it on an easy song, like Twinkle Little Star. Let's say you're learning to slur across strings, which is kind of an intermediate level thing. Can use Twinkle Little Star to practice that. Or say you're learning a bowing texture like bouncing. Use it for that. Let's say you're learning to add variation to music, like fiddle music. You can use like rhythmic variation. Try that with the same song. Or you want to practice transposing melodies to different scales, like that was in D major. Let's say we play Twinkle in G major starting on open G. Or a more challenging transposition with different fingerings starting D3. As you do these challenges, you may notice, oh, I like this song again. I was getting really bored with it before, but now I like it again because it's challenging and fun. So let's give you some other ideas. You can use it to practice double stops, or sliding, which I just did by accident. You can use it to practice vibrato. You can use it to practice Irish embellishments, like the grace notes. You can use it to practice shifting to higher positions. If you want to add to the effect, do the classical violin player face. Finally, you can use these tunes to practice improvisation. So I'm not going to do a deep dive into that right now. I have other lessons in the works on that. But let's say you want to just do a simple improvisation using D pentatonic. You could play the song, Twinkle Little Star, and then practice improvising with those notes from the pentatonic scale. And then return to the tune. And then keep cycling between the tune and the improvisation. This is a basic improvisational form that happens in lots of music, just going between a tune and an improvisation section. And even as a relative beginner, you can start to play with that as a way to work on scales. Finally, you might find that someday your journey as a violinist with these familiar, easy tunes comes full circle. Somebody you know, maybe a family member, maybe a friend, is interested in learning violin or fiddle, and they ask you to teach them a little bit about how to play. What do? You teach them an easy song like Twinkle Little Star. And in this way, you've shared music and spread the joy of music in the world. It's a great gift. And luckily, that's what happened to me, and I'm grateful for it every day. Thanks for watching. Go to FiddleHed.com for a progressive, step-by-step course outline, color-coded tabs, play-along tracks, sheet music, and much more. Thanks for watching the video. Excellent! And don't forget to subscribe. Thanks.